No fair, Tooth Fairy. It was the Monday after Thanksgiving. Mike McCarthy was polishing off the last piece of pumpkin pie at the kitchen counter when his mom and his little sister walked in. Walked in. They had just come from the dentist. I've got another lost tooth, Mike Astor told to Mike. In fact, the dentist says I'm gonna lose three more this year. Astor lost her tooth that very night. She swallowed it with a bite of a taco. That's tough luck, Mike said. No tooth, no money. Mike said, No. Oh, I don't think so, their dad said. I'll bet she can write the Tooth Fairy a nice letter and explain what happened. Mike was skeptical. Getting something for nothing wasn't how the world worked. The next day at the cafeteria, Mike watched as his friend Derek pulled out a bento box, complete with chopsticks and sushi. Derek often bought fancy lunches. Mike rolled his eyes but didn't comment. Instead, he told Derek about Astor's swallowed tooth. She wrote the Tooth Fairy a letter, and the Tooth Fairy still gave her $2. He said. Derek's eyebrows shot sky high. $2? He repeated. Mike nodded. A piece of raw fish popped out from between Derek's chopsticks. Are you kidding me? He shouted. Mike had never seen him so shocked. I get $10 a tooth. Whatever the Tooth Fairy gets my tooth or not. $10? Mike repeated. If you got $10 a tooth, you could buy my super spy kit in no time. Derek said, lose 3 teeth, and you could tell the Tooth Fairy to keep the change. Mike liked the sound of that. Months ago, Derek had offered to sell Mike his super spy kit for $25. Mike had been trying and failing to raise the money ever since. If you could negotiate with the Tooth Fairy, Mike said. With the Tooth Fairy, Mike said. Derek shrugged. Maybe you can, he said. The night of that dinner, Mike asked, how do you get in touch with the Tooth Fairy? Oh, says Mrs. McCarthy. The Tooth Fairy knows when you lost a tooth, even if you lose it when you're on a vacation. She'll always find you. What if you haven't lost a tooth? If if you haven't lost a tooth, why would you want to get in touch with the Tooth Fairy? Asked Mrs. Mr. McCarthy. I want to negotiate, Mike said. I mean, $2 for a tooth? What about inflation? Mike's parents exchanged a look, but he was just getting started. Do you think we have the same tooth fairy, or is there more than one? Mike wondered. Is his Santa Claus more like the mailman? Maybe they're assigned by zip codes. Maybe Derek gets more money because he lives in a rich neighborhood, in a richer family. His dad forced a smile. Maybe, he said. Mike wrote the Tooth Fairy a politely worded letter. It read as follows. Dear Tooth Fairy, how are you today? I want an interpreter and another. Sincerely, I hope the tooth business is booming. What do you do with all the teeth? Anyway, do you display them in a museum or do you use them for something fairyish? I'm sure you've got some interesting specimens in your collection. Madame, it has come to my attention that not all kids are earning the same amount. For their teeth. For instance, my friend Derek Harrison gets $10 per tooth, while I get 2. I find it hard to believe that Derek's teeth are more desirable than mine. I've been sitting across him at lunch for the past 2 years. I can assure you that they are definitely not whiter, brighter, or better looking. So I would like to raise my price in the future. Please consider paying me the same rate as per tooth as Derek, $10. I appreciate your consideration and look forward to hearing you. Mike signed the letter with a flourish. He showed to his mom so she could profit it to the perfect grammar, style, and punctuation. Then he he reminded her, you never told me how to get in touch with the Tooth Fairy. When you have lots of tooth, put the letter under your pillow with the Tooth Fairy, and constables at Commercy's move that way. Mike put the letter under his pillow. Then, the next morning, another letter printed on green fairy-like paper lay in its place. Dear Mike, tooth pressing is completed bureaucratic, and too frank, boring practice. Far too tedious to explain here. Upshot, I regret to inform you, is you cannot pay, I cannot pay you $10 per tooth. However, I have brought your concerns before before the Tooth Fairy Association, and they have agreed to increase your rate to $3 per tooth. I hope this will give you some satisfaction. Sincerely, your devoted Tooth Fairy. Mike showed the letter to Derek. At lunch, that's almost 9 teeth, he groaned. It'll take me years to lose 9 teeth. Derek smiled a strange smile. Not if you have them pulled, he said. Mike gulped. And don't forget your wisdom teeth, Derek added. What were wisdom teeth? Mike had no idea, but if they contained wisdom, Mike thought he could probably charge the Tooth Fairy extra. Then Mike went in to check to his next checkup. He had some questions for the dentist. Do you ever pull teeth that are loose? He asked. Yes, the dentist said. If we need to make more room in someone's mouth. How about mine? Mike asked. The dentist smiled and shook her head. Your mouth is perfect just the way it is, she said. Curses, Mike thought. How many teeth will I lose this year? None, said the dentist. None, said Mike. Mike, cried Mike. You have lost a bunch when you were Astor's age, she said. You'll lose some more when you're 10 or so. Mike scratched his head in frustration. What about my wisdom teeth? He asked. Well, the dentist says, you've got to get them before you could lose them. When would that be? Mike asked urgently. Depends on the person, the dentist said. College, maybe. Mike frowned fairly. He needed wisdom now. That night, he wrote the Tooth Fairy a letter requesting a cash advance. In the morning, he received this reply. Dear Mike, regarding an advance in association strictly for both bids this practice. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Please consider that your tooth supply is infinite, a limited resource. and really far more valuable than anybody else. Even me, I may suggest you investigate an inter-resource income. Mike crumbled the letter in disgust. He hated to admit, but the Tooth Fairy was right. He had so many teeth in his mouth. Even if he got top dollar for them, he needed stellar stream of income. He was about to toss the letter into trash when he noticed a postscript on his back. P.S. You're right. Your teeth are beautiful. Derek's teeth had nothing on yours.
Good job.
Specimens. Skeptical.
We need a little more practice until we pass.
A 4-question run.
Ah, close. Let's practice and try again.
Quiz. Yeah, I think so. Skip that. with spelling. Alphabetize.
It's time to alphabetize. Choose how you'd like to alphabetize your words. Alphabetize with JoJo.
Oh no! JoJo! JoJo scrambled up the words in the glossary again. They were in alphabetical order, but they aren't now. Drag the scrambled words from the left and drop them into alphabetical order on the right.
Advance.
Advance.
Okay, now find a word that goes before this word or after it and drop it in place.
Correspondent.
IABC, a correct answer. Yes, one step closer.
Income.
Yes, one step closer.
Negotiate.
Good.
Negotiate.
Keep going. Well done.
Well
Good
done.
job.
TNT.
Spell all of your words correctly to help carve out Mount Spellmore. Don't worry, if you miss a word, you'll get another chance and a little help. The better you spell, the better your monument.
Correspondence. A great deal of correspondence happens through email nowadays. Correspondence.
Correspondence.
Negotiate. When you negotiate, you try to reach an agreement through discussion. Negotiate.
Negotiate. That's how you say it. Negotiate.
Income. The amount of federal taxes a worker pays depends on his
Income.
advance. The children received an advance on their allowance so that
Advance.
Entrepreneur. She became an entrepreneur because she didn't want to work for someone else. Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. Well, that was a really hard word.
Skeptical. You might be skeptical about the chance of snow tonight, but I am
Uh-oh.
skeptical.
Mount Spellmore's gotta be disgusting.
Skeptical.
Say the word aloud.
Skeptical.
You might be skeptical about the chance of snow tonight, but I am trusting of their forecast. Skeptical. Skeptical. You might be skeptical about the chance of snow tonight, but I am trusting of.
That's how you write skeptical. Oh no. Done. I'm done.
Good job.
Let's do vocabulary. Crossword. Go.
And now, it's time for crossword! Oh, oops. It looks like we're still building your puzzle.
Kidding me?
Is it ready yet? They're waiting. Okay. And now, it's time for crossword!
Where's the other one? Yeah, I think I should not do that. What in the world was that?
Welcome to Vocabulary Memory Match.
Memory match.
Flip the cards and match the words on your list to their picture or definition.
Negotiate.
Synonym of
Intercede.
Wow.
Correspondence. Money given before work is completed. Goods given before payment is received.
Nope.
Advance. Money given before work is completed. Goods given before payment is received. Letter or email writing. Letters or emails sent or received. Having doubt.
Oh no. Quick.
Correspondence. Having doubt.
Yeah.
Income. Having doubt. Income. Correspondence.
Yeah.
Skeptical.
Antonym of
Expense. Correspondence.
Antonym of
Expense.
No.
Synonym of
Correspondence.
But I'm getting 0 now.
Entrepreneur.
Synonym of
Oh.
Skeptical. Having doubt.
Huh?
Antonym of
Expense. Income.
Oh my.
Correspondence. Letter or email writing. Letters or emails sent or received.
I did not know that.
Good job.
It was actually easy. Enter between